Okay, so for many of us in our early life, it's a time where we're getting to know our own tastes, we're getting to know our own style. Maybe we learn to dance, maybe generally not well. Pioneered, do you know how to dance?
Shall I show you my digital dance?
No, that's okay. It's all right. As a matter of fact, you don't even have feet.
Oh, sure. I have invisible feet. Can you see them?
No, I can't see him from down here, but I'm sure somewhere in the mainframe you're dancing your heart out.
I love to dance in the mainframe.
Okay, so we're going to have a very cool dance taking place now, and maybe we'll wake you guys up by getting some good vibrations going here. So, on the count of 3, I want you guys to stomp your feet as fast as you can. Okay, Pioneered, can you give us a countdown? 1, 2, 3.
Yes. Are you ready?
Ready?
1, 2, and 3.
Everybody! Louder! Louder!
I can't hear you.
Okay, now I felt that. Okay, they probably felt that in Parliament as well. So there is a connection. We just sort of made the room shake a little bit, and our next speaker is going to be using seismic vibrations to perform. So you'll find out a little bit more about that. She is from the Cyborg Foundation and the Transspecies Society. Please welcome to the stage, Moon Ribas.
Thank you. So I identify myself as a cyborg because I have some implants in my body that are connected to the seismic activity of the planet. Wait, I think my clicker doesn't work. I cannot pass the send now. Sorry. Okay, but I'll start from the beginning. I studied dance and choreography, and I wanted to perceive movement in the deepest way I could. And I knew that if I unite myself with technology, I could perceive these movements that happened around us and we cannot perceive. So I decided to do different projects with United Technology until I end up perceiving the natural movement of the Earth. The Earth not only rotates around the sun, but or around itself, but it also shakes constantly through earthquakes. And I thought it would be fascinating to be united to this huge and natural movement that most of the time is imperceptible. So since 2013, I have a couple of implants. Actually, they are implanted in my feet that are connected to online seismographs around the world. And every time there's an earthquake, I feel a vibration inside the body. And depending on the intensity of the earthquake, the vibration I feel is stronger or less strong. And I call this the seismic sense, the sense of feeling the seismic activity of the planet in real time. At the beginning, I had to get used to feeling all these vibrations constantly because the Earth moves a lot. So if I was talking to the people, I would be like distracted, or if I was sleeping, I would wake up more often. But now I just got used to it, and I consider it that it's part of my body and my being, like a new sense. A way that I have to describe it is like I add this new beat inside my body. I feel like I have 2 beats now, my heartbeat and the earth beat, having its own rhythm inside my body. I talk very fast because I have to do many things in 10 minutes, but I hope you can grasp it all. I consider this cyborg art, so I feel like now artists, we no longer need to use technology as a tool. We can use technology as part of ourselves and design our own perception of reality. So I think that the artwork of a cyborg artist would be the creation of a new sense. For me, the seismic sense is my artwork, but it's an artwork that happens inside my body. So I guess the problem in cyborg art, I'm the only audience of my own art because it happens inside my body, and I'm the only one experiencing. So in order to share what I feel, I create external artwork. One of the pieces I have, it's called Waiting for Earthquakes, which is a real-time performance. Where it's an invitation to the audience for waiting for the Earth to move. So I stand still, and whenever there's an earthquake, I move according to the intensity of the earthquake. So it's a bit a duet between the earth and myself, Earth is the choreographer of the piece, and I'm just interpreting the data that she gives me. And another way that I have to share this is through seismic percussion. So I do it in real time, so the Earth is the composer of the piece. But I also create scores that look like this, so for example, it's what I'm going to play here for you today. I researched all the earthquakes that have happened in Austria in the last 50 years, and I put them all together in a score that will last around 6 minutes. So you will be able to hear how the Austrian seismic activity had happened through the drum. So in this case, Earth is the composer. Yeah, I founded the Cyber Foundation, but I don't think I have time to do that. This is another project. I go very fast. Just to say that actually now that I identify myself as a cyborg, I don't feel closer to robots or to machines. I actually feel closer to the planet because I can feel it's moving and alive and evolving all the time, and also feel closer to other species because maybe I can relate better how they perceive reality. Actually, all the sensors that we create in the Cyber Foundation lab, they all relate to our natural environment. There's so many things that happen that we don't perceive because our senses are limited, especially if you compare to other species. And we call this revealed reality. We don't think we do virtual reality, augmented reality. We feel that we do revealed reality because we reveal a reality that exists, but we don't perceive with these new sensors. Also, I think we have arrived on a time that maybe instead of changing the planet in order to live more comfortable, maybe we have arrived on a time that it's better to design ourselves and change ourselves in order to live more according to the planet needs and maybe to understand better the planet we live in. And yeah, and just to finish, I think we are the ones that need to make sure that the union between humans and technology make us closer to the Earth, to other species, and maybe to space too. Thank you. And now I will play the seismic activity of Austria. Let's see. And now there's a video that it will be another score. Yes.
1969. 1970, 1971, 1972, 1973, 1974. 1976, 1977, 1978, 1979, 1980, 1981, 1982, 1983, 1984, 1985, 1986, 1987, 1988, 1989, 1990, 1991. 1992. 1993. 1994. 1995. 1996. 1997. 1998. 1999. 2000. 2001. 2002. 2003. 2004. 2005. 2006. 2007. 2008. 2009. 2010. 2011. 2012. 2013. 2014. 2015. 2016. 2017. 2018. 2019.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Here. Wasn't that beautiful? That was amazing.
Thank
Wow.
you so much.
So very, very cool. So, as I understand it, you actually feel in, where is this again?
It's on top of my feet.
Top of your feet. Wow.
Yeah, it's connected to the online Seismic app, so I feel the seismic activity.
Oh my
But
gosh.
sorry, I'm like,
Yeah. I live in Tokyo, so I don't think I'd want to have those.
wow, you
It's-
you feel it in real time.
Yeah,
though,
it's
no?
bad enough. Sometimes you're, you know.
So you're aware of how alive the planet is. no?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Very nice drumming too. That was like very good.
It's
It
like
reminded
it's
me
like
of-
this. That's why I ask such a big drum, because it feels like.
Well, it's like the taiko, the Japanese drums. You know, the big
Ah,
Japanese drums?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
it
yeah,
reminded
yeah.
me of.
It's like I like the deep sound.
Yes. So, do you have any other ideas for performances that might incorporate this sort of technology?
I like the things based on real time or that connect us. That even if we are here in this space, it connects it to something very far away that it's happening also.
Yes.
And I'm sure there are many technologies about it. Like, yeah.
That would be amazing. I mean, you could have a map with the world and you could see it happening in real
But
time.
there's a website that you can see it. I
Yes,
think, yeah,
yes.
yeah. So
Any other ideas for the future right now? Any other projects?
Yeah, I didn't say that my future, I guess, is to connect to the seismic activity on the moon, because the moon also shakes. There's moonquakes, and it will allow me to be a astronaut. We invented this word. We no longer need to go physically into space and be an astronaut. We can remain on Earth and have a new sense to space.
A sensornaut.
Senstronaut.
Senstronaut.
Yeah,
I love
well,
it. I love it. And one last thing, any plans for any more implants currently?
That would be the moonquake for me.
Okay.
But in our lab, we do in many friends. Like I have a friend who I co-founded a species with him, for example, that he's creating some wings to feel the atmospheric pressure because he really likes the weather. So if you know the atmospheric pressure, you can know if it's going to rain or not. So he's like the weatherman. We also do things to sense the quality of air, so to know if the air is very polluted or not.
Interesting.
Also, yeah, we have a guy who wants to connect the cosmic rays. So yeah, we're doing many things.
Fantastic stuff. Fantastic.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
so another round of applause for Moon.